So we got an update on Judy's truck. We did do a little bit more than the last time when you guys saw her take it home. So we did still have a little bit of overheating, or not overheating, running warm issue. We ended up going through and taking care of a lot of stuff in here and kind of redoing a little bit of it. I know we have our little hot air intake here, but I built a shield to kind of protect it from the radiator fans and from the exhaust over there. That dropped intake air temperatures by like 40 degrees. So that was a big help there. Of course, the heat here, the DEI tape helped out a lot. We did actually do a lot with the radiator system. So we got a different radiator. We went to aluminum, we got rid of the brass one. I told Judy, I understand we spent time with it, but I think it's just time to update the truck. So this one's actually out of an RX-7. It's a triple core. I had to do some welding to get it to go where we wanted to for our hoses, but the hoses are much shorter. We got rid of the tubes that went in between the engine and the radiator. That way it has just a hose and there's no extra complication there. The one thing that we did that was actually probably the biggest part of keeping temperature under control with this was we moved the AC condenser. So I actually mounted it underneath the truck and it's slightly angled. You can see the fan on there and everything like that. So she wanted a shield on there because she doesn't trust herself driving. So I ended up coming up with this shield and I think it looks really good. It is made out of aluminum, so it's not as strong as steel, but it will help with heat and all that other stuff. So far, AC's been great. Cruising on the interstate at 80, no problem. Everything so far has been great with it. She did want to change the speedo and the RPM gauge because she had trouble seeing the other ones. So we got some more digital, I guess you could say, but they're just a bigger number. So these are the new gauges. She does like them a whole lot better. They're just white. They don't change color like the other ones. But yeah, it's much easier for her to read, and that's all she cared about. Because with the other one, the smaller numbers were harder for her to read, and she didn't want to make anybody mad for going not the right speed down the road, which kudos to her for that. I know a lot of older people don't really care how fast they go down the road. We were going to give it back to her, and then Fred looked it over really quick, and the rear brake line started leaking. So we ended up updating or getting a new fitting on it because we used what was on the truck. I don't know if it was actually original because not much on this truck is original. And so we put a new longer threaded fitting on the end of the hose, or on the end of the hard line, and we got a new hose just because I'd rather her be safe than anything else happen with that. But yeah, as of right now, the truck is doing great. She loves it. It's got probably 1,000 or 1,500 miles on it from when we did everything. Of course, it's not on this one because we switched it out. Oh yeah, and then while we had it, when I was doing the coolant stuff, the gas gauge stopped working. So I took the gas tank out, and the float that I put in there, I put in the exact same way that the old one was mounted. We just put one in that had the correct ohms, right? And apparently, I didn't crank on the tiny little plastic hard enough, and so I put in a bunch of lock washers because the bolts came out and just fell in the tank and the float fell, and I was like, well, we gotta keep that from happening for Judy. She was talking about doing a newer Chevy gas tank in there, but I think that's gonna be a lot of headache to get fitted in there. I think with the gas gauge right now, it's reading great. We filled it up, we've driven it around, it's been moving the way that it was, and we even drained the tank and filled the tank to make sure that it showed empty and so on and so forth. So she's picking it up tomorrow. I can't think of anything else that she wanted to do with it. She's just gonna keep loving this truck, and I'm hoping for her to come here with a kill story because she's got to floor it. She's got to race somebody in this truck. She's just got to experience it. You know, it's just driving a minivan doesn't do it for you. This, she's got to go floor it somewhere.